Happy new moon in Taurus, my dears. I just posted my all signs reading in my private Patreon group, and I have some notes for some of you. If this information resonates for you, please, the link is in my biography if you're watching this on Instagram, and if you're watching this on YouTube, the link is in the description, and I offer a 7-day free trial for that group. So I have messages for you. Please listen for your rising sign first, and then your sun, and then your moon sign. And if you do not know your rising sign, you can watch for the Aries, or listen for the Aries. All right, let's get started. Aries, your intuition, your spidey senses, they are coming online. This is a lot that's happening all at once for you. It's because of the inner work that you've been doing, and you're kind of recognizing that things are happening in a more efficient way, yet you're not intimidated by it. So I'm very, very proud of you. A lot, again, those spidey senses, those intuitions, those sixth senses, they're all different for every single one of us. So just yeah, your intuition is spot on right now, Aries. So keep on keeping on. And for a lot of you, this new moon is about money, paper, and you're kind of understanding how to work with the laws of this universe and how to manifest in a real way. So I'm really proud of you and really excited for you. So expect more blessings and just add 2 more zeros to the back of that paycheck. All right, Taurus, my dear, I'm going to post this video publicly for you because it's happening in your sign. For my Taurus sons, SUNs, happy birthday to you. There is some inner adolescent stuff that's coming up, a little bit of that me mentality. So I want you to chickadee check yourself before you wreck yourself, and just be aware that if that I don't wanna, or like be able to differentiate when it's you running the ship and when your inner teenager is running the ship. I don't want you to let the avatar get run by the adolescent and let it take over and destroy your life. What else? Oh, yes. And I want you to invoke a little bit of the mindset of I'm just a human. We're all consciousness running these human avatars, but we are only human. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was Marcus Aurelius that as he was walking through town and people were praising him and getting so excited about him, he would have someone, after anyone praised him, say, "You're just a man." So remember, there's only so much that you can do. There's only so much that you can handle. But yeah, check that adolescent and just make sure that they're not taking over and, extending that like woe is me mentality a little too far. Gemini, you are taking responsibility for yourself, your flock, your team, your thoughts, words, actions, and intentions, and nobody else's. And I'm very, very proud of you. It was kind of a similar parable that it came up for Cap during the full moon last 2 weeks ago. You're like, oh, there's a dumpster fire over there. Yeah, that's not my responsibility. Somebody else is going to take care of that. So that's big news for you. A lot of you are really grounded right now, really feeling the feelings. And the more you deep dive into it, the only way out is through. That's what I'll say. Alrighty, Cancer. So for any Cancer, sun, moon, and rising that is doing something or creating something that they've never done before, that maybe they're the first in their family line, or if they're homeschooling, or if they're creating community in new ways, it might feel like you're walking on Bambi legs. It might feel like you're tripping and falling so much, but just be okay with a little, and I use this term for lack of a human term, but like a micro fame, that people might be coming up to you all the time and wanting to talk to you. You're just shining like a minor league baseball player right now, and it's all on purpose. It is the planets as well, so we can't blame the planets. We contracted these types of things, so just maybe utilize new healthy boundaries if you need to, but right now just keep doing the work that you're doing and keep creating. If you've never done it before and your future doesn't terrify you, if you know how to do, you know how to become the future version of yourself, go bigger. Go bigger. I want you to be afraid and have no idea how to do it. Become the person that does know how to do it. You got this. Okie dokie. Leo, it was not 2 weeks ago, you were in a little bit of an interesting dark place. A lot of you have done so much deep inner work on yourselves in the past 2 weeks alone, and I'm really, really proud of you. You're coming out of an inner teenager space. You're coming out of this little like woe is me, or you're kind of accepting and surrendering to a lot of the decisions that you've made. Yeah, you've really grown up. You've really grown up. I just call that a solid win. And just to be able to be in that, you and Sag, and I'll talk to Sag in a few minutes, but like really, when there's a pause, when there's a breath, when you're surfing and you feel great about it, just enjoy the ride. You're doing great. Virgo, there was actually a real complete sentence when I was checking in with y'all in Virgo, sun, moon, and rising, when I was like, how are you doing? And it was, and I quote, we're learning how to set healthy boundaries. That's it. That's what I got. Libra, you are oddly connected to this new moon because you and Taurus are run by Venus. So for a lot of Libra, sun, moon, and risings, y'all are balling. Some of you are buying property. Like, this is big stuff, big moves, big changes that are going on for you. And I saw a real nice breath of, not like the, eye in the storm or anything like that, but you're learning how to accept the high highs, the low lows, the win wins, the loss losses, and just go with it. But it's like big strategic moves are happening. It's kind of like when you're playing chess, like the first move of the queen on the board. Like, you're really, really being strategic in your moves right now, and I'm really proud of you. It's a beautiful thing. Scorpio, right now, some of you might be in your hermit phase. There has been some darkness, some deep darkness that you are either deeply processing. There's mother-father wounds that are coming out and really coming up to be healed, to be looked at. So I don't want to, bother you when you are in your, your hermit cave or in your hermit mode, because you're just like the alchemist, kind of like making sure that everything's going well. I just don't want you to get stuck in that, definitely so. And I don't want you to get hardened if things aren't going as fast as you want them to, or if you're like, I've been processing for my whole freaking life. You're Scorpio. You're fixed negative earth energy, or fixed negative water energy. So these still waters run deep. I love you and I'm proud of you. There was one other thing that I wanted to say. Yes, don't get lost in the obsession of it. Don't get lost in the process. Don't get lost in, like, go play outside sometimes. That's okay. You can be crying as you're hugging the tree, but I don't want you to just crystallize in the hermit mode or become bitter or angry during this time period. This is in your house of relationships, and it's in your descendant sign. So don't, put yourself in situations that are a little bit outside of your comfort zone, but don't spend every single minute indoors. Sag, some of you are ahead of the game. Some of you are having babies. Some of you are having fur babies. Some of you are birthing universes. There's some traditional components that a lot of you are sinking into. And it was interesting that some of you were really ahead of the game, that a lot of the decisions that you maybe subconsciously have made in the past 3 months, you're like, oh my God, yeah, this check. Now I'm gonna go play outside. All's well, all's great. So things are moving well. They're moving quickly for you, but just enjoy the ride. You're doing great. I was really proud of you. It was a really happy, beautiful, lovely moment in time. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okie dokie. Capricorn, there was a lot happening. And so the first phrase that came through was, sometimes you really have to talk about it. The umbrella term that kind of also came through was about sustainability. And some of you are aware that there is a relationship, a job, a situation, a situationship, whatever it may be, that you know is not sustainable. And it's kind of like you're on a train that maybe the tracks in a year. It could be even 5 years, or it could be tomorrow. There are no more tracks. And so you have to talk about it. You have to acknowledge it. You have to be aware that you do have to kind of make some bigger moves soon. Take your time with it. Be kind to yourself. But something massive in your life is not sustainable, and it might be blocking your blessings. I love you. Okie dokie. Sorry, I love all of you so much. Aquarius, Pluto might be rocking your face. Neptune in Pisces at 29 degrees might be rocking your face. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of That's what I wanted to say. Yes, like that's why. The planets are making you feel certain things, but it is not, we can't blame the planets. We can blame the planets, but as leaders, we have to utilize this energy. So you're kind of in the efficient awakening that Pluto has been bringing you through. You're recognizing that it's not so much A plus B equals C. We're not doing things so much more hands-on in the 3D world. You're recognizing that like A plus yellow equals infinitely more money, or the job offer. So I offered some really accessible things that you can do in your reading, just to kind of be like, yeah, if I kind of do this and efficiently process this trauma, then things will kind of clear this path. So it's very woo-woo for you right now, and it might be feeling a little intense, like a squeeze. I'm just offering validation for some of you, but you got this. You're doing great. You're doing great. Pisces, Neptune is at 29 degrees of your sign. You might be feeling wonky. You might be feeling anxiety. You might be feeling awkward. I want to always remind you that if you ever hear anything that I say that is anxiety producing, just listen like it's a soap opera and get to know your 12 best friends. And like, what's up with Aries? What's up with Taurus? What's up with Cancer and Gemini? And just listen. It's okay, because you're the baby ancients, because you feel things so deeply and so emotionally. It's okay to not manifest every single new moon. I skip tons of new moons and I skip tons of times on my manifestation journal, because if it's ever anxiety producing, it's not a resounding yes. So it's okay to just be. It's okay to just feel. It's okay to do things in a very slow woo-woo way and trust the God of your understanding to take care of things. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let the grass grow. I love you. Happy new moon in Taurus. I'll see you all in the Patreon group.